Hello and welcome to the Bring Your Own Data video module, which is part of the 7 Bridges onboarding lesson. While watching this video, please keep in mind two key concepts. The first is that there are many ways to securely bring in your own private data and analyze them securely on BioData Catalyst. Secondly, for data that is already located in a cloud bucket, such as Amazon or Google Cloud Platform, it can be linked to the platform which presents the need for moving that data around. At the end of the video, you will be able to do the following: upload small files through the web browser, upload larger files via the 7bridges command line interface tool, also referred to as SBCLI. And finally, you'll be able to understand the process to link Cloud Buckets to your BioData Catalyst account. So before we proceed to the demonstration, an outline of what we're going to do is show you the web uploader for small files, the SBCLI for larger files, and also how the cloud bucket linking works. So let's get started. I've already logged on to BioData Catalyst powered by 7bridges, and I've already made a project just to demonstrate bringing your own data. Please refer to one of the earlier videos about project creation and how to log in. So in the description, I've outlined what we want to show. We're going to demonstrate the web uploader, the command line interface, and then the volumes feature. So let's start with the easiest one first, the web uploader. So in the Files tab, you'll see the ability to make a new folder, but you also see the ability to add files. And this kind of gives you an overview of the different ways that you can add them. You can add them, link them from the public projects, from your own projects, from the public files set. But when we're talking about the web uploader, that's when you're adding it from your own whichever computer you're using, whether it be your desktop or your laptop, your current computer. So you click your computer, and then you could click Browse Files. And remember, this is for smaller files. And I'm on a Windows computer, but it should be the same for any operating system. This opens up a new window where I can select any of my files. And one thing that I like to use this for is notebooks or scripts. So if you have a small script, but it could be anything, PDFs, slide decks, anything you want to share that is small. And I would sort of, let's say 100 megabytes or less, something that could be easily uploaded through your web browser and not interrupted. So when I'm ready, I just click Start Upload, and it should be done almost immediately. Sometimes you need to hit refresh on your web page, and you'll see that I have my demo notebook uploaded, and it's there in my project. So that's the web uploader. What else are we going to show? The next is the 7bridges command line interface. To run the command line interface, you first need to download it, and it's easily found in under Data. You go to Data Tools, and this will give you some of the different options. We won't cover the 7bridges file system or the API. Those are kind of more advanced, but you do have the ability to download the 7bridges command line interface for a variety of platforms, Mac OS, Windows, and different types of Linux. If you need to get some more information on the command line interface, click on the Knowledge Center link, and it'll actually open up in a new tab, and it'll tell you how to form the command line, and as well as how to set up the 7bridges command line interface. To demonstrate the command line interface, I've logged into a Cloud Shell as shown here, but just know that you can run this on Mac OS or Windows or any Linux environment. So the Command line interface starts with, you really just have to first download it, and the instructions to do that are in the Knowledge Center. But the main command is SB, and then you have all these sub commands. And you can do a lot of things with this, but we're just focusing on the upload command, which allows you to upload the data securely and efficiently to any 7bridges powered platform. So in this demo directory, I have a bunch of subsetted 1000 genomes phase 3 variants. And in my demonstration project, we just have the notebook we added earlier and nothing else. So the command that I like to use is SB upload start, followed by a wildcard for all of the files. So star vcf.gz will work. Then you need to indicate your API token, which is done through the SB config command, because 7bridges powers multiple different types of platforms. You need to indicate which one that you're targeting. And then the destination, of course, is your username. Well, a combination of a username and a project name that you have copy permissions for. And to find this last part, the destination, you can see that in the URL bar, and it's really the last part. So Dave's BYOD-demonstration. That's the information we need. So let's go ahead and press go. So remember, we're just going to upload all of these files, and they're subsetted, so they're pretty small. But this starts a job, and it's going to go quite quickly here. You can, and it says it's completed already. Great thing about the SB command line interface is you can start jobs, you can stop them, and you can resume them as well, and it'll pick up where you left off. So if I go here back to our project and hit refresh, you'll see all the files here. And these could have been, these were all very, very small, but you can also upload very large files as well. So the last thing we're going to talk about is the volumes feature. To get to the volumes feature, you click on the data drop-down menu, click on volumes, and this will give you a list of all the volumes that you're a member of. So the best way to explain what volumes are is to walk you through part of a connection. But really, they are cloud buckets that you own or that your group owns that you want to connect to a 7bridges platform. So in this case, we can currently use any AWS bucket or any Google Cloud Platform bucket. Why would you want to use this feature? Let's say your group already has data in the cloud on either of these platforms, and you don't want to, you want to access it and you want to combine it with BioData Catalyst data, or you want to connect it to the platform so you don't have to move it. And you can do that just by connecting a volume. And normally, it will be great to get your someone with the appropriate IT credentials to walk you through this process, but it's not that difficult. You just need to work through this form, but you will need access to the management console from the respective cloud platform. So I've done this with a demo project I created, which just has a couple files in it, a Python notebook and a FASTQ file. So if you were adding files, you would just search through the files that you wanted after it was linked, and then you go over to import and then find your file. So this is still BYOD because you're linking the files and staging them in your project. I'll just make a new folder called volumes test, and that should get added. FYI, it's also possible to add any open public data set and link that as a volume too. So please reach out if you're interested in doing that. All right, so let's go back to our project to demonstrate that that was linked. So if we go find our volumes test, so the only thing in here is this file which I just linked, and the clue that tells us that this was not a copy of it is because it has this bucket icon. So it says that this is an alias on something on AWS. This concludes the demonstration. Here are some key takeaways to remember. The first is you have many options to securely bring in files to BioData Catalyst. Data already located in cloud buckets can be linked to the platform, which prevents data moving. When you upload or import these files, they are always private only to you, unless you choose to share them, such as using the project membership panel. Small files can be added directly using the web browser, and large files can be uploaded with the 7bridges command line interface. This concludes the video on bringing your own data. The next suggested video in the onboarding playlist is called the File Management with Folders and Metadata video. There you will learn how to organize the files that were either linked using Data Browser or imported using one of the BYOD methods described here. Thank you, and I'll see you on the next video.